Well, good evening, everyone. How wonderful it is to see you along here this evening. We have so many souls, so many caring souls, so many souls who care about the planet and care about the animals on the planet. Well, I congratulate you. I congratulate you. How well done is that? Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, as always, when I come among you, I always bring new information, what we consider to be important information, and it is knowledge and information that helps you with your understanding. Now, when I say understanding, I'm not just saying understanding what is happening to you. I'm talking about what is happening around you, who you are, your planet, your environment, your animals, all of creation. Because understanding, if you don't have understanding, well, you do not have much to hang your hat on. And that's what experience and soul enrichment is all about, is understanding. Understanding, accepting, and allowing. Now, the good news that I bring for you this evening is your animals. Now, there has been much spoken about species becoming extinct. They are only extinct in your level, in your vibratory level, on your plane of existence. So if an animal or a species is deemed by you to be extinct, that is only because you cannot perceive it on your plane of solid matter, because it is not in this vibration anymore. Now, for those of you who are familiar with my previous messages, you will remember that I have said to you many times, nothing created by the Creator himself can be extinguished. You cannot extinguish the spark of the Creator. If you are, and you really are, a spark of the Creator, then you are the Creator. And how can you extinguish yourself? You cannot. You cannot. Animals. We understand your love of animals. We understand your care and your compassion. But what I come today was to give you understanding of what happens to these animals. Now, as I spoke before, extinction. Certainly, they may cease to exist on this level of solid matter, simply because they have moved into a parallel vibration, a parallel level. They still exist, but not in this dimension. They exist in another dimension which, at present, the majority of you souls are unable to perceive, because at this point in time you rely upon your physical eyes to see, instead of closing the physical and seeing with the third eye. Now, once you activate your third eye, once you open the third eye, then and only then will you see and perceive reality. This third dimensional world is not reality. It is the illusion. And so you have all these animals which you love and you care for. It's all part of your illusion. They become what you call extinct. They have simply moved sideways into another parallel reality. And believe me, there are many, many parallel realities. So those animals that were previously walking this earth are walking shall we say, another earth another space, in another reality. They are still there. They will go on and on and on because they are part of creation, and creation cannot be extinguished. Now, here is something that we have never, ever divulged before. And you are going to enjoy this. What I would like to explain to you is this. The essence of the Creator is the pinpoint. It is the centre, absolute centre of everything. Everything. That is, the Creator's energy, the Creator's light, is the exact centre of everything. All that is. So now, knowing that, we look at what happens to souls incarnate, animals incarnate, all those type of things. Let's have a look at that. So as I said, there are parallel realities. And for your ease of understanding, I would like to describe it as this. Dot is the centre. This is creation. This is the love, the light. This is all that is. That. Now, like an onion, take an onion, cut it in half and examine it. And it has all of these rings. All of these rings. So if you take that onion that you've just cut in half and look at the centre, and then you see a ring, and this is a third dimension, and then you have another ring, fourth dimension, you have another ring, and so on, and so forth, and you just keep going out into different dimensions and different realities. But while you're in this one, you are unable to perceive this one, this one, this one, or this one. So you have, and that's not just a few. I'm talking about multiples of realities and dimensions. It goes on and on and on and on. It is infinite. Infinite, that's what it is. Infinite, without end. Now, we have this reality. So in this reality, where we are all now, these animals, which we have, or you have termed extinct, are not here on this ring. They've moved up to the next one. They are in a parallel or another reality that stands outside of this, one that you cannot perceive and you cannot see. They continue on. They continue on. So they continue to evolve and grow and expand and increase in numbers. It is the evolution, it is the energy and evolution of the animals. So these animals are never lost. Now, while I am speaking forth on the different dimensions and the parallel realities, I would like you to understand this. You as human incarnates, you human organism, this is temporary. There will come a time when you will move into the next dimension. Now, some of you will do it by dropping your body. You call it death. You drop this body, where do you go? To the next dimension. Now, you may go 1, 2, 3, you may go several dimensions. And whatever dimension you go to will seem as solid as this one, as solid, as real. It will become your reality, and this will be the dream, a faint memory. It's like an illusion, the memory of an illusion, because where you are, it will be what you can perceive. When you go high enough in the dimensions, you will be able to look back and see parts of previous dimensions, but you won't be looking back this far, because your focus will be turned to the front. This focus will be turned to going to the light, evolving, growing, expanding, becoming richer. That's what you will be. Now, we weave the animals into that. Did you realise that animals have a degree of consciousness. Now, your scientists will tell you rubbish. It is not rubbish. Animals have a degree of consciousness. Now, I'd like to explain this to you. The animal, while it does not appear to you to have a consciousness such as yours, there is a consciousness within the God part of that animal, with the Creator's light, the essence. That's where as a consciousness lies. So all animals have a degree of consciousness. It is not expanded like yours is. You can bring your consciousness and you bring it forward. And you have this day-to-day consciousness and you have subconsciousness, and various people incarnate have varying levels of consciousness and perception and intuition and all of that. The animals don't display that. If you see the animal out there in your parkland walking about, it seems that it doesn't have no consciousness whatsoever. It just goes from water to feed to sleep or whatever. But there is a consciousness within the God spark of that animal which will continue to evolve, the same as you have. It will continue to evolve. However, the animals are evolving at a slower rate than what you are. Nevertheless, the animal will evolve. The animals, when they come what you term extinct on this level, on this planet, they simply move into a parallel reality. And when they move into that parallel reality, that spark of consciousness within their essence grows a little bit. And should they move into another reality, it will grow a little more. And should it move into a further reality, it will grow a little more. You see, what they are doing is evolution. It's what you have done for millions of years. The human incarnate, the human organism, has done this for millions of years. And what do we have today? Look around. This is the result of your evolution. The animals are not at that yet, but they're aiming for it. But they are a different stream. Now, this is what I would like you to think about. We have just spoken about parallel realities on this evolutionary sphere. Is it not? Is it not? An onion, is it not a sphere? Is it not spherical? Cut it in half, there's the rings. Is it not spherical? Is it not a sphere? So now we have this half an onion here, and that is this reality, the parallel realities associated with it. Now, as you continue to grow and advance and evolve, over an unspecified period of time, you will reach what you consider to be the outer limits of this sphere. Now, I just said before, it is infinite, without end. So you will never ever reach the outer fringes, the outer parameters of this energy, the spherical energy system. Not to confuse you, but to give you knowledge and information, I would like you to think about this. If I hold up half an onion to you here, you understand what I'm talking about. If I say to you, sphere, 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 there is no one reality. This sphere that you are on now this reality and all of the parallel realities associated with it is only one minute portion, one small portion of the totality of all that is. The totality of all it is isn't just this. There are all these other realities. And did you know that all of them other realities, just like this onion here, they all have their own parallel realities. They all have their own life forms that are striving for evolution, for growth, for expansion, to become the light, to become all that is. And wouldn't you want to know? All of those spheres have animal life. Animal life such as you've never seen and you could never imagine. You can never imagine. All of those other spheres, all of those energy bubbles, they all have different realities. They have different life forms. They have different animals. They have a totally different ecological system. They are all evolving and growing and expanding exactly the same as you are. Exactly the same. So you are not the only one on a sphere finding your way through various realities to become the light, to become what you started out to be, the Creator's light, the Creator's spark. So you are not in isolation. There are many, many others. And look, let me tell you, dear ones, if you could see, if you had the eyes to see all of these other spheres, and if you could see the plant life, and the animal life, and the insect life, and the mammal life that are on in these other spheres, on all of those different realities, you would go, wow, because it's a knockout. It is a knockout. However, each of those spheres, each of those encompassed realities look after themselves. They are autonomous. They will follow their own pathway, their own expansion, their own evolution. So we come back to this one. We come back to this one. This is the only real one for you at present. This is the only real one. Now, you very well can shift into another reality if you so choose. If you so choose, you can shift sideways into another reality, or another one, or another one. When you develop the ability to do that, when you develop the ability to do that. Now, for those of you who are familiar with my previous channelings and those of the Brotherhood of the Crystal Light, for those of you who are familiar with that, you will know that we are forever saying to you, go within, find the essence that you are, the spark of God, the light that you are. Because this is your true beingness, and this is where you're going to grow and expand from. So you must spend more time within, looking for understanding. If you spend more time within, slowly but surely, your third eye will open up. And you can speed it up simply by asking your guides. Ask with an honest and loving intent for your third eye to be opened up so that you may see all that is at present hidden from you. And all that is at present hidden from you is what stands in a reality outside of this one. So, I encourage you to keep growing, expanding, moving into another reality. You've all heard of ascension. That's all it is. Going up the frequencies, moving into different dimensions, different realities. And that's what the human embodiment the soul that is within the human embodiment. That's what you were here for. You are looking for the understanding. So at this point in time, you need, or you think you need to understand this sphere with its attendant additional realities. But there are many, many others doing the same thing as what you are doing. They are all striving too. As I said, you will never exceed the parameters of this sphere, because for you this is all that is. Nothing is ever wasted, nothing is ever lost. So let me reassure you, people, if you have concerns about anything that is part of creation, be reassured it cannot be torn down and it cannot cease to exist, simply because it is of the Creator. So being as of the Creator does not destroy itself. However, this gathering here today is to emphasize their care, compassion for animals, all of God's creatures. You may have your favourites, but your energy, the love and the light and the energy that you have generated in regards to the care, compassion, sustenance and ongoing evolution of your animals, you have already succeeded. You have already succeeded, because the animals will never become extinct except on your reality. And you were probably already aware, many of you have had pets, dogs, cats, etc., horses, ponies. You have all had pets who have passed over from this physical reality, this reality of solid matter. They exist in a parallel reality, and you are very much aware of that, because how many of you can honestly say, I feel my dog, my cat, my pony, whatever, I feel them around me often. So if you admit to that, you are admitting that your animals live on in another reality. And just as your pets live on in another reality, which is not far divorced from you, so that they can come close to you and comfort you to a certain extent, so does every other animal on your planet. It goes into another reality, it survives, it evolves, it grows, it continues without end. I think I have taken up enough of your time this evening. You have other festivities. Yeah? I thank you for being here. I thank you for having me here. I shall return as usual. Thank you. We wish you love, light, and the very best of everything. Thank you.